Today's recipe is a recipe of a preserve. Now this preserve uses a vegetable and the vegetable is red carrots. The name? Gajar ka Murabba or Carrot's Murabba. Let's begin. Well, I very specifically use the word preserve. Now preserve, the word comes from, of course, the jam family, the confiture family, but preserve categorically uses whole fruits, sugar. Now, when I say fruit, of course, in this recipe, we are using vegetable, which is a red carrot. So you take whole fruits, whole vegetables, which are suspended in sugar syrup, maintaining the integrity of the fruit or the vegetable. Let's begin with peeling the carrots. In this case, of course, the red carrots. By all means, you can use the orange carrots, you can use black carrots. Let's cut the cap off and then let's cut it into manageable pieces, like so. In case you think the pith of the carrot is a little too much, by all means, you can slice it off and discard it. Well, our carrots are cut and ready. The next step is, of course, to cook the carrots. And like I said, it's a preserve. Now you can flavor this in various ways. I'm using classic raisins and cinnamon in this recipe. But by all means, you can go all out and you can play with the wonderful flavors that are available. You can flavor this only with cumin. You can add in only cardamom. You can add in only black cardamom. You can add in bay leaf. You can add in green chilies. You can add in red chilies. I mean the whole red chilies. You can add in saffron. You can go on and start playing with the wonderful flavor profile that you prefer. Let's begin with diced red carrots in the cooking pot. Time to add in water. And along with that, golden raisins, which are picked, washed and ready. Let's give this a quick stir and allow this to begin roll boiling. Let's add in sugar. And finally, for some added flavor, a stick of cinnamon. Let's mix all of this well and ensure that the sugar gets mixed in water. The whole idea is to cook this till it gets a one string consistency, and let me show you that once we reach that stage. Cooking sugar, especially in the case of jams, confitures, marmalades and preserves in this case, you need to be extremely cautious because sugar progresses extremely quickly, especially when it is subject to heat. One string consistency, then it moves on to soft ball, hard ball, soft crack, hard crack, and eventually caramel. Now this kind of progresses in a jiffy. Around 10-12 minutes, you will get the first consistency, which is the string, which would technically be around 102 to 110 degrees Celsius, which in Fahrenheit could be around 235. So for now, let's keep an eye. Time to add in 1/4 teaspoon of vinegar. Now this is extremely important because that will ensure that the sugar does not recrystallize in the preserve. Let's quickly do a saucer test. Let's drop a drop on the saucer. Allow it to slightly cool down for a couple of seconds. Then with your index finger and thumb, let's pinch and release. Pinch and release, like so. Once it forms a clean single string, that technically is known as one string consistency. At this stage, off goes the flame, and now while it's hot, we transfer this in a jar. Remember, while it's hot. With this, ladies and gentlemen, carrot murabba is done and ready. Well, this goes amazingly well with chapati, khichdi, or just plain thepla. Make this for your family, make this for your friends, and the keeping of this is an easy 3 months. But now the bigger question is, will you keep this for 3 months? Well, time will tell its own story. Bye for now.